Islam, where the Hebrew Israelites come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, the downfall of Esau, the so-called white man's rulership on the planet Earth. All right? First and foremost, we give all praise to Yahweh.
Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakudash.
Double honors to the apostle, elders, great Millstone. Salute out to you brothers out there preaching the words to serve the truth. All right, we're the prophets of the Heavenly Father. All right, we come out here to basically tell you that the Lord is about to punish this place, man. He's starting off with earthquakes in diverse places, uproars of the people. All right, got this COVID-19 situation popping off. The Lord is stealing the folly from you people, man. All right, because you Americans are in a deep trance, man. Everything you see on TV, you believe, man. All right, but the Lord is he has alternative ways, especially this the one true source. All right, to point out who the devil is, man. All right, that one true source is the wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures, man. All right, that the Lord he gives to his chosen elect, man. All right, we're just gonna get right into the scriptures. The scriptures of prophecy, man. All right, like I said, the Lord gave us the spirit of prophecy, means to say before something happens, man. All right.
It's Revelation 19 and 10, and it reads, "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not."
All right, this is John the Revelator, man. All right, the angel came to him to basically give him tokens, secrets, prophecies about the end times, man. All right, and we're living in the end times right now.
And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
All right, the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, man. All right, if you have a man that's saying that he a man of the Lord and he don't prophesy, the Lord ain't working with that man. All right, the Lord gave his man the spirit of prophecy. Right?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, and verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies.
You know, occupied in prophecies, man. All right, you got to do the will of the Lord, man. All right, he gave us laws, statutes, commandments, all right, to follow as a nation of people, man. Give me Psalms
147.
147.
147 and 19.
In Psalms 147 and 19, he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
All right, you got to be an Israelite to be a prophet, man. All right, so the Lord shows his word unto Jacob. Jacob is interchangeable with Israel. All right, he showed his word unto Jacob. He has not dealt so with any nation. All right, so any nation can't be a prophet or a Christian. You know, the real Christians are the Israelites. All right.
Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
All right, the secrets to his servants, the prophets. All right, which are the prophecies? We're going to get into the prophecies. All right. Give me Jeremiah 28 and 8. Get into some chariots.
This Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
All right, America is a great kingdom of war, evil, and pestilence, man. All right, so the Lord sends his prophets to basically warn the people about how the Lord is going to come back and destroy a place or a nation that's been living in great wickedness, man. All right, this nation, as you know, is America, man. So when they have this set up, it's just set up in pure wickedness, man. All right, homosexuality is running rampant. All right, adultery is running rampant. All right, the eating of abominable food is running rampant. Idol worship is running rampant. All right, so the Lord, he has to warn the people first before, warn the Israelites first so they can repent. If they won't repent, they're going to succumb to the judgments, all right, to the heavy wrath of the Most High. All right?
It's Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 14. And when ye see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb. And the hand of the Lord shall be known toward his servants, and his indignation toward his enemies.
That's right, indignation towards his enemy. If you don't follow the Lord's word, you're his enemy, man. All right? You're his enemy. Okay? If you don't do what the Lord says, you are the enemy, man. All right? And the Lord's gonna basically punish you for that. All right? Let's get into the chariots.
I still have no.
All right, finish it.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
All right, his chariots are what you call UFOs, man. All right? There's been heavy sightings on chariots of Israel. That's the appropriate name to call them, chariots of Israel, man. All right, the so-called UFOs. All right, that's what the Lord is coming back in with his angels to basically fight this man, man. All right, to fight this man and bring righteousness on the planet, man, and also save his elect. All right. Yeah.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Yeah, because those chariots are weaponized, man. All right, they're weaponized with laser technology, man. All right. Esau comes out with the movies, man, showing you that. All right, he get those movies like Independence Day. All right, those different so-called alien movies from the scriptures, man.
World of the world. Yeah, World of the World.
Yep, War of the Worlds. He got that from what's that? Habakkuk, the 3rd chapter. All right, Independence Day from 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter. We're gonna read it right now, man. Wait, remember that? All right, let's start from the top. Okay?
For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
That's how the Lord rebukes. He's going to rebuke you with flames of fire, man. All right? And he's going to burn you up, man. All right? Turn you into powder, man. All right?
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead without flesh. And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Slain of the Lord shall be many, man. Many, many corpses. All right? They're going to succumb to the Lord's wrath, man. All right? Yeah. The 2nd Esdras 13.
The 2nd Esdras 13. I'm gonna start at the top or
Can you go to Revelation 12 and 7?
Start at 5.
Start at 1.
It's Revelation 13 at the top. And it came to pass after 7 days.
All right, this is where Esau, the so-called white man, got his idea to make the movie Independence Day. All right.
And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea.
All right, Esdras is a prophet, man, an Israelite prophet, man. He had a vision. And he's telling you about the vision he had.
And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
All right, who is that man? When you people English call Jesus Christ, his real name is Yahweh Shai. All right?
Yep. This Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds.
All right, those clouds are the chariots, man. And the scripture said he makes his clouds his chariots, man. All right?
Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even
all right,
so.
Who pierced the Lord, man? The Romans back at 2,000 years ago. The Roman Empire, man. So those same Romans, soldiers, they're back again.
Satirians.
It's reincarnation, man. All right, so those same Roman soldiers that pierced the Lord 2,000 years ago, they're gonna be punished by the flames of fire, man, from the chariots.
And on top of that, you niggas too, man, because y'all said let his blood be upon us and our children, man. You know, so y'all back today as well. It says, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen.
All the tribes of the earth is gonna wail when you see the Lord basically block out the sun and the moon, all right, with all these chariots, man. All right, there's chariots bigger than this whole planet, man. All right.
If I may say, the world is not going to be rejoicing and celebrating when the Lord comes back. They ain't going to be so happy to see the Lord return. You know, that's why it says in Amos, you know, woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. So when the Lord comes back, he's coming back with smoke. And it's like when you know you fucked up, you know, you did some shit that you wasn't supposed to do, and your father would return home, you know, after a night's work, and you heard a report about all the shit that you did, and he comes back home, and he comes home quiet. When you was a child and your father came back quiet, he didn't really say nothing. You was shook.
Yeah.
Cause he was about to, you know he's about to dig in that ass.
He might even wait till the next day.
Yeah. But see, the Lord, when he comes back, he ain't gonna wait.
Yeah.
He's gonna come back and he's just gonna get to work.
To make you think that he forgot.
Yeah. Because he was done talking. The prophets of the Lord was out here talking to him.
He spoke before he left.
He spoke before he left. You know? So when he comes back, that's why you people are gonna be wailing. You're gonna be mourning. You're gonna be screaming. You're gonna be in fear. You're gonna be terrified, man. Okay? They're gonna block out the sun, the moon. It's gonna be dark. You know? Just imagine that.
Yeah. It's gonna be cold because blocking out the sun, shit. For the whole planet too? It's super.
And the world is gonna know, Salakia. The world is gonna know because they're gonna have a guilty conscience. They're gonna immediately see that, you know, this is something that was already prophesied.
Yeah.
They heard us talking about it. They saw it in the movies, and now they're seeing that it's actually happening. And they're gonna have that guilty conscience, like, I know I'm not gonna make it. You know, and they're gonna just proceed to just materialize into dust.
Yeah.
You're gonna be immediately turned into dust particles, man. Inflamed. You're gonna be inflamed. You know, that's the side of the Lord that your pastor never tell you about.
Yeah, he ain't got the spirit of prophecy. He ain't got Yahweh Shah. If you call on Jesus Christ, you know, that ain't the Lord's name, man. He's not gonna answer you. I don't care if you say, oh, the Lord knows my heart. That's bullshit. You know, he do know your heart, but he gonna give his real name to his servants, man.
Okay.
All right. You have to be worthy of saying the Lord's name. All right. Said righteousness dwell not in a malicious soul.
Yep. Wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah. Paraphrasing. All right.
It's back in 2nd Ezra 13. This is 3. And I beheld and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled.
All right, that man waxed strong is Yahweh Shai with the thousands of heaven, with his angels, man. All right, with his angels that he prophesied about, man. He said he has 12 legion of angels, man. All right, that's like 80-something thousand angels, man. Can you give me Psalm 68?
Yep. I think no.
Psalm 68.
It's thousands of thousands.
Yep.
Chariot. Yeah.
It said,
The chariots are,
Yep.
This is Psalm 68 and verse 17. The chariots of Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place.
all right, that's who's gonna be with the Lord, with that man wax strong. All right. Go back,
Lord, he's coming with an entourage. a celestial
So on, brother.
entourage. Okay? And they're gonna be all on one accord, man.
The water.
Okay? Right up under the orders of the Lamb himself. You know? Okay? Yeah, the Lord ain't coming back by himself.
God.
Okay? He coming back strong. You know, Esau got his little space force. He got his, you know, he got his little guardian angels, guardians of the galaxies. Proud ass devil.
Esau's so lame too, man. Like you can't come up. You can't come up. You can.
little cartoon movie.
You could come up with nothing, nothing, man.
Yeah. No, the real guardians is gonna show up though.
And then Trump say super duper.
Yeah, the super.
That's some simple ass shit, man.
Yeah, man.
I got a little pre for you. Isaiah 47 and 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So the Lord, 2,000 years ago, he came as a man, riding on a donkey, man, where you can do harm to his body, man. Or you crucified him. This time when the Lord comes back, you're not going to be able to. There's no power. No power is going to be in your hand to put harm on the Lord. All right, he's not coming as a man, walking on the pavement. All right, he's coming back with the chariot. All right, a weaponized chariot.
Like it tells you in Corinthians, the first man that came was of the earth. The second man is the Lord from heaven. You know, he came in earthly form, or he came as the Lord, but as a man on the earth, born of two parents.
Yeah,
of the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, which really he was Isaac, Salakia. Okay. But he's coming back as the Lord from heaven. He's not going to come back as the same Lord that you put on the cross and crucified, man. Okay, he's already done went from glory to glory, man.
Yeah.
And that's how he's coming.
Continue in 2 Ezra 13. And this is 4. Let's start back at 3. And behold, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. And the scriptures tell you, I believe it's Philippians, that when Yahweh Shah comes, every knee is going to bow.
Yep.
It says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire.
Hey, what's that voice, man? That laser fire. All right? Your body's gonna burn, man. All right? That laser's gonna hit your body, gonna be turned to powder. All right? It's like War of the Worlds.
Yep.
And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out the sea. But
so those men that's gonna fight against the Lord, hey, American military, all right, the Russians, Chinese, all right, NATO and the EU, all right, all those soldiers are gonna try to fight against the Lord.
They gonna stop fighting each other
Revelation 12
and try to fight, come against the angels and the Lord and the angels.
Was it who was the president that said it? Oh, what if we all
Reagan?
Yeah, Reagan. He said basically, what if it came down to, we all have to fight a common enemy, man.
Mm-hmm.
He was basically talking about fighting against the Lord, man, going into the war in heaven.
Revelations chapter 12 and verse 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
Hey, the dragon represents the Roman Empire. All right. Today is today is America. America today is the Roman Empire. Man.
Yep.
All right. So that's what it means by the dragon. And so Michael and the angel's gonna fight against the dragon and his angel. Read that one more time.
Okay. And 12 and 7, yeah. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels and prevailed not.
Alright, so you people, when you fight against the Lord, you're gonna fail, man. Alright? You're gonna be destroyed, man. Quick. Alright? You're no match against the Lord, man, and his angels, man. No match. Okay? He said, fail not.
And prevailed not, neither was their place found anymore in heaven.
Hey, it ain't gonna be no place found, man. The Lord ain't gonna, he's not gonna check in with air traffic control. He's not gonna check in with the U.S. government or any government to see if he can get permission to come into your airspace. No, man. All right, the Lord's gonna come in because he owns the earth, man. The earth was created for him, by him. Man.
That's right.
All right, this is the Lord's earth, man. All right, so he's gonna come back and reclaim his throne, man. All right.
And I got that the Reagan speech. He said going back to was that the mid '80s when he said
like 84, 85.
Yeah, I got that up there. Brothers Ronald.
God.
This is basically what he said. He said, what if all of us in the world were threatened by an outer power from outer space, from another planet? We would all of a sudden find out that we didn't have any differences at all. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bond. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Hence, that's why these nations gotta have like a space force. Gotta have something to protect themselves against the Lord, man. All right.
And they've been knowing about those chariots, you know, for the longest.
Yeah.
They just chose to keep it hidden from the public. They always had the files on them.
Yeah.
And then some of the presidents that kind of mentioned it or spoke on it, you know, they were told to be the fuck quiet.
Obama recently spoke on it.
Yeah.
The primary source where Esau knows about the chariots is in the Bible.
Yeah.
What we're reading right now, man. All right, then you got these satellites. You know, you can see the sightings of the chariots in outer space.
Esau knew about the chariots back when that deadly wound was healed, because if you look at, they say in a lot of Renaissance art, they put the chariots in the background. It's like all over. So they knew.
Yep, when Esau tills the earth, man. He goes out and do expeditions and shit. And you see these art paintings. They got the chariots on on rocks and stuff like that on the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
You know?
In the background, like where you think it's like a bird or something, but it's a chariot.
Yeah, man. So Esau know, man. And that's why he's preparing, man. He's preparing to fight against the Lord, man. All right, but he's gonna lose terribly, man.
It tells you that in 2 Ezra 13, that the Lord's gonna harden Esau to do it. You know? Esau knows the type of spiritual power of the technology that the Lord and the angels deal with. You know he can't mess with that. That's impossible to fight that. Something that can materialize, it can shapeshift, it can teleport, it can defy the laws of gravity and physics. You know, you're not winning against something like that, man. Esau knows that, but the Lord's put that prideful spirit into him to make him believe that he would have a chance because of the technology that he has. You know?
Yeah, the same way he came into power is the same way he's going to go out, with violence.
Yeah, that's Revelation 18.
It's fine. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out the sea.
All right, this is going to be in the midst of, the RFID chip is going to be made mandatory. All right, it's going to be in the midst of World War III. All right, those nations that are going to be fighting in the Middle East. All right, the Lord comes back, they're gonna turn from fighting themselves to basically build an alliance to basically fight the Lord.
Yeah.
All right, that's what Ronald Reagan said in the speech.
That's what they did in Independence Day. They all came together and,
Yep. Exactly what happened.
But I beheld, and lo, he had engraved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it.
The mountain represents the chariot, man. So it's gonna be big as a big ass mountain range, man. All right. These mountains out here in Nevada, man, Las Vegas, big ass mountain range. It's gonna be like the chariot, big as a mountain range, man.
yeah.
All right.
And after this I beheld, but I would have seen the region or the place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
Hey, that's that pride that the Most High is gonna put on these nations, man. All right, to fight the Lord, man. They gonna be scared as shit, man. The movie Independence Day, when dude was I forgot what the dude's name was, but what was the dude's name?
Which character was it? Dennis Quaid?
No, it was Will Smith, friend.
Oh.
When they was flying, they seen the big chair. He said, "Holy God!"
Yeah.
He was scared as shit, man.
Yeah, I know the dude. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
And you could just imagine some of them gonna be crashing and all type of shit when they see the Lord disappear, man. You know? They're gonna be, oh shit, and they just crash into something.
It's
crash
like
into a building.
it's like you looking at something like you looking at something driving and you can't take your eyes off of it and you crash.
Yeah.
Because when they up in there in them jets, they just ain't like they could just stop at a red light.
Yeah.
They gotta keep flying. But when you see that,
Motherfuckers gonna start ejecting.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Part of
Fuck
mission.
this, like fuck this.
Shit.
Yeah, they're gonna jump out and shit.
Hey, it's gonna be some Jake to do that shit.
Hell yeah.
You're like, fuck this shit. They already gonna have the chip, so they fucked anyway. Yeah.
Cherry gonna come and just laser that motherfucker right out the air, man.
In there. Yeah, right in there.
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Was it
Yeah, it's Mark, you got
So Revelation 17:14, it says, "These shall make war with the Lamb." It's like this. I'll start at 13. "He that one arm, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. Ye shall make war with the Lamb."
All right, the lamb is Yahweh Shai. All right, the beast is gonna make war with the lamb. That's synonymous with the dragon. You know, NATO and EU, America. All right, that's the beast. Go ahead.
It says, "And the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords and the King of kings, and they that are with them are called and chosen and faithful."
All right, who's that elect? That elect's gonna be with him, man, and the angels, man. Okay. It's like, can you read that one time? Last one.
It says, "For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with them are called and chosen and faithful."
There you go. That's the men of the Lord, man. The 144,000. All right, and 1/3. All right, that's in Revelation 7. Man.
Hey, because you're gonna have men of the Lord who actually passed on, you know, and their works follow them. They're gonna come back in the ship, man. You know, which really the brothers that are buried, they're gonna be resurrected, and they're gonna be basically automatically in those ships.
Yep.
And then you're gonna have the brothers, you know, that's alive and remaining. They're gonna get beamed up as well, and we all gonna be meeting up with the Lord. You know, and that's gonna be crazy, man. 'Cause we gonna get to see the Lord. Basically, we're gonna have front row seats to see the Lord in action, man.
Yeah.
We're going to see him close up in action, man. He gonna be getting it in, and then we're gonna be celebrating. And then we already know what's next after that. When New Jerusalem have to come back down, we're gonna do what King David did. You know?
Yeah. We gonna basically gonna be doing a whole lot of killing, man. All right, Jeremiah 16:16. All right, grab that real quick. Jeremiah 16:16. We're gonna go back.
There's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord.
All right, the fishers represents the prophets, man. All right, the prophet. We're out here fishing for the souls worthy to repent.
The elect.
All right, we're fishing for the elect. Go ahead.
Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters.
All right, those fishers are going to become hunters. All right. It's not going to be separate guys that the Lord got that's going to be hunters. No, he's going to turn his prophets into hunters, man. All right, go ahead.
And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill.
Hunt who, man? First, the elites. We're going to hunt them and put them in chains. All right? We're going to go all around the world putting these other nations in chains. All right? And we're going to put down you Israelites that don't want to get with the program.
Yep.
All right? Because there's going to be a whole lot of Israelites going to be put to death, man.
Yep.
All right? All you Israelites down there in South America, all right, that's being basically heathens, man. Yeah. Straight up heathens, man. Worshiping a head of lettuce or some shit. Yeah.
Worshiping rain and shit.
Worshiping worshiping trees and mountains and moons and shit. Yeah.
The scriptures tell you that we're gonna be purging out the rebels.
Yeah.
You know? You're gonna have the 2/3 all over the place, not just, you know, I mean the majority of basically here in America, 2/3 is not going to make it. Only a remnant is going to make it out of America. But you're going to have other Israelites that are in a heated state of mind that if they don't repent, if they don't convert, you know, when the Lord shows up, they're going to get purged out. What the Lord said in Luke, the 19th chapter, he that will not have me to reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me.
Yep.
So a lot of purging is gonna happen too.
So you reading that?
What you was reading? Oh, yeah, Jeremiah 16. Yeah, keep on reading.
And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
Yep. That's it, man.
Because it's like when you go into the activities of fishing and hunting, you know, fishing is what is for the most part it's a peaceful act, so to speak, man. You know, you whether you casting out your worms from a pole or whether you have an actual net, you know, and you're bringing the fish in. You know, the only violence comes when the fish is on the hook. But then the scriptures say what? The fishers are going to turn to hunters. Hey, so now they go from that peace into war mode, man. You know, showing you that the Lord is going to activate that switch within the elect, man. You know?
Hey, and the Lord's coming to subdue all nations. All right? But there's one nation in particular who he has his eyes on. All right? And that's the nation of Edom. All right? The wicked elite of this world. That's who he's coming to get. That's who's really going to get the full wrath of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
That's right.
Verse 17, for mine eyes are upon all their ways, they are not hid from my face.
Hey, you can't hide from the Lord, man. All right? No individual walking on the planet Earth can't hide from the Heavenly Father, man. All right? Whatever you do in the dark is going to come out to the light. All right? And you're going to be, your wicked deeds are going to be made manifest, man. All right? Every idle word that you speak, the Lord's going to take account of it, man. All right? Come on in.
Just a little bit. Neither is there iniquity hid from mine eyes.
Yep, no iniquity is here from the Lord's eyes. All right. So, hey, you Babylonians, aka Americans, you rejoice in your iniquity, man. All right. You rejoice in your iniquity. So the Lord sees that, man. All right. That's why we're getting into these scriptures where, when He comes back, many are gonna be slain, man. Many gonna be slain, man. All right, this is just one event that the Lord has that's basically gonna destroy, man. We're just getting into one event. All right, go back to 2nd Ezra.
Back in 2nd Ezra 13, and 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held any sword, nor any instrument of war.
That goes back to Isaiah 47. That he will not meet thee as a man. Man can carry a sling a sword, you know. But he's not coming back slinging any a sword. All right, coming back slinging them lasers out them chariots, man.
Yeah, he's not gonna have mounted weapons on his chariot.
Yeah.
You know.
Who's a turret?
Yeah, man. No, he doesn't need that. All he's gonna come with is concentrated energy, fire.
Just like the chariots don't got engines and fuel or none of that.
Just imagine how hot this fire is. Just heavenly fire.
Yeah.
Disintegrate, motherfuckers, man.
That's it.
Damn.
Disintegrate.
Coming with that special kind of fire, man.
Yeah.
Their heat might be hotter than the heat from the nukes and shit.
And the Most High and Yahushua can make it as hot and as He want.
Yeah.
You know.
After all, the scriptures do say about how the angels, they're basically ministers of fire. You know, they're basically fires.
Hey, even the spirits, the spirits within us. Hey, cause I remember, was it Chico that did the lesson on spontaneous combustion? You know, and how people, that's real, man. You know, people just explode or just catch on fire and don't nobody know from where.
That's why when a person dies, their body gets cold.
Kind of.
All right, because your spirit is out your body, man. Your spirit is a fire, and the Most High, He's the ultimate fire, man. Every spirit comes from the Most High, man. All right.
It's 10. It says, but only I saw that He sent out of His mouth as it hath been a blast of fire, and out of His lips a flaming breath, and out of His tongue He cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up, everyone.
Man, that was shit. Hey, that's that one laser. That one laser burn your ass up, man. Like Independence Day, the big chariots that had that one laser. They over top of the Empire State Building.
The White House.
One laser, that big ass, ball of fire. Boom, blew up the fucking tower, man. And just nuclear was just like nuclear type wind, man. Destroying everything.
Think about it. The Lord can make it so that a 10-mile radius wall of just laser just fucking wipe out a whole entire army.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, that's it.
And the things that we're speaking of, it may seem like a fairy tale to a lot of Jakes, but these things, this is going to happen. It's going to, it may sound like we're describing some type of movie, but this is going to happen. These, though it Terry, wait for it.
To Esau, it's not a fairy tale because Esau's preparing for it. Esau knows it's not a fairy tale.
Yeah.
He ain't ready. Oh, he thinks he is.
Hey, God, this can't sound far-fetched. Hey, because when we were leaving know, when we were guided through was it the wilderness?
Egypt.
Egypt.
Yeah,
God.
out of Egypt.
Yeah, out of Egypt. You know, the chariot was a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, man. You know? So the Lord is bringing back all of those that fire, man. So Esau has these. The Lord has allowed Esau to, you know, have an inkling of that technology with his lasers, man. Because you know Esau has lasers out there that can set things on fire, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
energy weapon.
Direct energy weapon. That's what the Lord is going to bring in the chariots. But it's going to be way more advanced and amplified, man. You know, you could even go to certain stores and buy what you call green lasers, man. And there's videos of people popping balloons with these handheld lasers, man. Because what? It's fire. It's energy. You know?
So these chariots, they coming from another dimension, man.
Yeah.
So the chariots ain't gonna have the same technology as you humans.
God.
It's gonna be far more advanced. All right, something that you can conceive in your mind, man.
Yeah.
All right.
This is 11, and they were all mixed together. The blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude, which was prepared to fight, and burned them up, everyone.
Yep, those troops that are prepared to fight. You know, they gonna get burned up by the lasers. Right?
So that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only the smell of smoke. It's like, yeah, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke.
What's that dust, man? That's you people, man.
God.
The troops. Their body's gonna be eviscerated. They gonna turn into powder.
It's instant cremation.
Automatic cremation.
Automatic cremation, man. That's exactly, because really, hey, even with the lasers, hey, that's why on the back of a laser it tell you don't shine in your eye, man. Hey, because that energy produced by that laser can fry up that part of your I believe it's the cornea or whatever little part of the eye it is, man.
Cornea.
Yeah, the cornea, because that's energy, man. So Esau knows this, you know, and he can't, and there's no way he can protect himself from this, hey, because it was already written that this is the way he's gonna go out, man.
Real quick. 2 Ezra 16 and 9. A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it?
God.
He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear?
Hey, because lightning is just another form of fire, man. Actually, Esau, he goes into his technology and trying to figure everything out. Hey, lightning is they say lightning is the only thing that's hotter than the sun, you know? Go ahead, bro.
It says, he shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid?
Going.
The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's that
That's
dust.
the one I want.
That's that smell of smoke and dust.
Yeah, bro.
You know? Hey, from what was that from the earth thou has when it talks about how you came of the earth, you was made of the dust, but unto dust shall thou return.
That's Ecclesiastes too.
Yeah, the Lord gonna make sure you return back to the dust. You know, because why is earth and ashes proud? Proud ass people, man. You know, a bunch of dykes and pedophiles and homos. Man, proud as hell, exalted, got power. So hell yeah, you gonna get turned to dust, man.
When the Lord comes back, you're not gonna have the freedom just to say anything.
Hell no.
I hate people when they just talk about their vain opinion. You know? Stupid ass opinions. Alright? The only opinion that's gonna matter is the counsel of the Lord when it comes back. That's the only opinion that's gonna matter. Then you're gonna be ugly turn to powder. That's what the missiles gonna do.
So going back,
The lasers. You know, the lasers, that's what it's gonna do to you. Turn you to powder. Go ahead.
and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one. so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Afterward, I saw the same man come down from the mountain and call unto him another peaceable multitude. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, some of them were bound, and others some brought of them that were offered. Then was I sick through great fear, and I awakened and said, Thou hast showed thy servant these wonders from the beginning, and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive my prayer.
Yeah, so the Lord, he's going to gather his elect. While that's happening, war is going to be in heaven, man. All right? The fighting of the angels against the dragon. All right? All that's going to be happening at the same time, man. And when the Lord gathered his elect and the chariot's going to shoot out this atmosphere, that's when the missile's going to destroy America fully, man. All right?
Yeah, like the brother brought out in Jeremiah 16, you know, the men, they're going to be changed.
Yeah.
That's when they're going to become those hunters, you know?
Yep.
Because now it's time to subdue the whole planet. You know, Yahushua, he's going to come back and claim his kingdom, man.
You got a question?
You know?
So the men that are changed, I saw a video about Israelites turning to X-Men and getting superpowers. Is that strictly for the 144,000? Or is that the 1/3?
Well,
Is
your
that
body,
just-
when the Lord comes back, when he beams you up, your body's going to have to be changed. Because these bodies can't go inside the area.
It was actually about before you get beamed up. Like say if you in a FEMA camp about the two guys in white or something, you need something, you just shapeshift or something. Is that strictly just for the elect, or is that?
Yep.
Yes, yeah, the Lord's gonna everybody that's destined to make it, that's of the elect. The Lord's he's gonna use his power,
Including the 1/3 or just the elect?
Yeah,
1/3 got to be protected too.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You know, yeah, man.
Yeah, just the 144,000 is basically the government.
Gotcha.
The government from Yahweh Shemel Shah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because the government is primarily going to, start, putting people in chains. You know, like Esau got an army, right?
Yeah.
And he has rank
Yes, sir.
inside of his army. Same thing as the Lord.
Okay.
The Lord's going to have his ranks structures within the 144,000.
Captains, generals. Good.
Yeah, the Lord's gonna have his administration. They're gonna administer, the law in the earth. They're gonna be enforcers. They're gonna set everything up. They're gonna put everything together. You know, Esau got his administration. He got his house. You know, the Lord wants to see that fight happen.
He's what it said. I will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. So he's going to bring. Well, that goes into Ezekiel 38. Yeah.
It's Isaiah 45:5. I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no power beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west, that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things.
Self-explanatory right there.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lord creates all these armies. He creates war, creates peace.
Yeah. And the Lord wants you to be a mighty man in the earth, to have a powerful military. That's exactly what's going to happen. If the Lord is with you to reign on this earth, he's going to put all his, not all, but he's going to put his left hand power behind you, and hold you up over the other nations. You're going to have more power than the other nations. Right now, Esau has the most power. That's why he's in power. The Lord is a man of war. But hey, the Lord's going to turn us into his instruments of war.
And that power is going to be way more power than the white man can even imagine. Well, he imagined in his movies.
Yeah.
That's what he wants to do.
That's why he's trying to make super soldiers right now.
Exactly.
and chipping
the,
them.
the Chinese, you know, they're trying to make super soldiers, and you got these European countries that's trying to follow suit.
Yeah, France.
We want to manufacture super soldiers that everybody else is doing. You know, but really Esau, he's doing that because he understands that it's going to be a point in time when the sons of the power are going to be changed. They're going to be turned up, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord's going to manifest his right power through his men. You know.
I got that. It's Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people, Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh.
So it ain't going to even be just our own. It's going to be the Lord's vengeance through us.
Yeah.
You know, so the Lord's he's gonna force us, man. He's gonna put his spirit in us and just and turn us into terminators, man. Righteous terminators.
Kind of like the angels. You know how the angels they follow what the Most High say. You know, they're programmed.
Yeah, man. And they don't. The angels, they don't back talk the Most High. They don't bulk up. They carry out every last order and command that the Lord gives out, and they have pleasure doing it. You know, and one angel has the power to destroy this whole earth. You know, during the time of what was that king of Assyria, Sennacherib. You know, he was about to come against us, and I don't know if it was Hezekiah, it was one of them, but you know, he sent up a prayer, you know, for the Lord to stop him. And I think the next day, when they was about to try to make their run and try to encamp around about Israel, an angel came and took out 185,000 of their men. You know? That was just one angel. So how much more when the Lord turns his men into extraterrestrials?
Hey, the scriptures say those people among you shall be as David.
That's what I was thinking about getting them.
Yeah,
Zechariah 12 and 8.
Look at
I got that account. You said about the angel. 185,000.
Yep.
Bring it out.
Huh?
All right, this is Isaiah 37. I'm going to start at 33. Therefore, thus saith the Lord concerning the king of Assyria, he shall not come into this city, nor shoot an arrow there, nor come before with shields, nor cast a bank against it. By the way that he came, by the same shall he return, and shall not come into the city, saith the Lord. For I will defend this city to save it from mine own sake, as for my servants David's sake. Then the angel of the Lord went forth and smote in the camp of Assyrians 184 score. 104 score and 5,000. And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses.
Just imagine that. You think your enemies is getting ready to come hella deep, and they're gonna ambush you and take you out. But you wake up and you go out, outside of the city a little bit, and you see them just dead soldiers by the thousands, hundreds of thousands.
You're waiting for them to come and they never come.
Yeah, you like, man, where they at?
Yeah.
That's their standard. Yeah, that could be one of the standards that the Lord have to protect us from martial law troops.
Yeah, they was expecting, them to ambush them, leap over the walls, and, but Nobody showed up because the angels made sure they ass didn't get that far. You know, slayed all their ass, man. All right, and that's just one account.
I don't know. You seen that? You seen the new Dracula?
No,
You should watch
I just
it.
saw was that Will Smith movie. Yes, 2 days ago for the first time.
Okay, well, watch that movie Dracula. Yeah, the last one that came.
Okay.
You know, he had the power. He was basically like an angel, man.
Really?
Killing off the soldiers, man. He killed like thousands of them. Yeah. So when the Lord, he'll turn your spirit up. You can just get busy, you know, and you won't be tired.
Yeah.
I got that on Zechariah 12:8. In that day shall the Lord Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David.
You know, the smallest guy, you know, he ain't really got, you know, he might have ailments, he can't hardly walk or nothing. The Lord gonna give him a new body, man. Turn the spirit up, man. He gonna be like an angel.
He that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the Most High, and the angel of the Lord before them.
Not as the Most High, but as the Allahite powers. You know, which are divine entities, angels. You know, we know that angels they're mighty. They don't get tired. They don't get weary. You know, they have perfect eye vision.
Accurate
minds, thoughts,
accuracy, everything.
accuracy. You know, Esau is trying to create that on the left hand, artificial. You better believe the Lord can put a glitch in that shit. Had them motherfuckers malfunctioning.
There's already glitches in Esau's technology.
Yeah.
Esau can't create nothing that's, you know, other than the missiles that's, you know, would be destructive. You know,
Shit is it always goes wrong. You know, it always goes wrong. Like a damn Tesla. Every technology he puts out, it's always something wrong. Because it's all artificial.
Yeah.
You know, when he tried to put a chip in a paraplegic to make him get up and walk, he still had to walk with a cane or some shit, man. He doesn't have his full strength.
Okay.
But when the Lord, you better believe when the Lord was healing people, there was 100%.
Yeah.
It was like they never even had that. Oh,
And like on the account, it says they knew the man from his youth, from basically like his birth, knowing that he was, I believe, he was paralyzed.
he was blind.
Blind.
Yeah, he was blind. So like it.
John,
Yeah, kind.
Yeah,
that's
man.
why Job said, you are forgers of lies and physicians of no value.
Yes.
So whatever Esau's create, on the back end, it destroys.
And you mentioned that account of Yahushua healed the blind man. Esau has the technology to give or formulate technology through a chip, obviously, to give people that are blind their eyesight.
Right.
So he thinks he's the Most High.
Well, hey, Esau got his.
It's not like Esau gonna shoot a couple chariots down. And,
Like it's gonna really be a war. It's really gonna be a slaughter.
God, because the scriptures say, it says, yet durst fight. That's because the Lord is putting the spirit on them to continue to fight. He making them fight. Not that they want to fight. Because once you see something like that, something as great as some chariots in the sky, anybody is gonna be like, it'll mess you up. But the Lord said he's gonna put the spirit on them to have them fight.
Reminds me of Independence Day when they were trying to figure out what to do, and all Esau got really on his side, which is their most powerful weapon, is that nuke. And one general says, nuke them. All right, snuke them. Man, that shit didn't even. And that's in the movies. So how much more when we talking about, the power of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai?
I got real quick. It's Wisdom of Solomon 5 at verse 15. I'll start at verse 15. It says, "But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom, and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. And your arm or your right hand, that represents your might or your power.
Yeah.
Verse 17, it says, he shall take to him his jealousy for a complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. That's what he's gonna turn us into, man.
Yeah.
When we get changed. How else you think we gonna go down and take down these nations and their power, man?
They ain't just gonna give it up.
Oh yeah, what it says in Daniel, Daniel 7.
They'll take it by violence.
Yeah, no,
The saints
saints
shall
of the
take the
kingdom. Yeah.
You know, they're gonna take that kind of power to do it. You know,
The Lord says he's going to make his people battle axe and weapons of war. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. All right. Start out with the Israelites. Man. Israel means he's the prince of the Most High, man. He's the prince of power. All right.
This is Isaiah chapter 41. Start at 12. Thou shalt seek them, and shalt not find them. Even them that contended with thee, they that war against thee.
Who's warring against us, man? Esau, Edom. And the other nations. And the 2/3 of Israelites. All right. Go ahead.
They that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. For I, the Lord, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou warm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel.
Without the Lord helping us, we're worms, man. We're weak.
Yeah.
All right. And the majority of our nations in a weak state. That's why we can't. We're under the curses. All right. So when the Lord lifts these curses and put them on other nations, we're gonna be risen to the highest estate.
Come.
All right.
Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument,
A new sharp threshing instrument. Okay.
having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff.
And the hills and the mountains represents the governments. All right. The smaller, fine pieces. All right. You can just swallow and devour. Read that again.
Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel.
Yep, we're going to be praising the Lord while we take down these nations and put them in captivity. We're going to be praising Yahweh Shem Shai. And hey, that's what's going to happen. That's the future of Esau, and you other nations. You're going to be in slavery under the Israelites, man. All right? Give me Revelation 13, 9 and 10. Now the Spirit's going into, the judgment of you other nations.
Revelation 13 and 9.
Because you got the Israelites in slavery. All right? You got the Israelites in slavery. You took us down. All right? You had us build up your cities. All right? You put your wicked ass information in education, schools and stuff to, have us think like you.
Yeah.
Same thing's gonna happen to you, man. But righteousness, man. All right. Esau, you're not gonna call yourself white people or Caucasians anymore. When we get in power, you're gonna call yourself Edomites. All right. All the biblical ancient names is gonna come back, man. In the new kingdom, man.
Yep.
All right. You Ishmaelites, you're gonna call yourself Ishmaelites, man. You ain't gonna call yourself Arabs, Egyptians. You know. You're gonna call yourselves by the true names that the Most High gave you, man. Your true identities. All right. And you're gonna learn your history. Okay.
It's Revelation 13:9, and if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Who are the saints? The Israelites. All right. Saint comes from the word sanctum. He's holy. All right. Holy. We're a holy people unto the Lord, man. That's Deuteronomy 7:6. All right. So the saints are the Israelites. All right. So we're patiently waiting for the Lord comes back to put you other nations in slavery. All right. So you guys on?
Saints. This is Psalms 148 and verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel.
Hey, even of the children of Israel. So that the saints are the Israelites. All right. You know, Esau got the pictures of his saints. You know, his iconoclast. He basically painted over all the ancient icons of the Dark Ages where our people was ruling. You know, the Israelites was ruling. He basically painted over them, make them look white. And now, 1,000 years later, you know, you got people thinking that the saints are actually white people, or actually Edomites.
The angels are little Edomite babies.
Yeah.
Wings.
You got the Sistine Chapel where it's supposed to be the hand of the Most High touching Adam, which is looking like a so-called white man. They got the picture of the Lord's finger looking like a white man.
With a little ass rod.
Yep. Yep. So hey, that's Esau's mad, man. He's a madman. All right.
Real quick, Romans 13:6. It's like your 6. It says, and he opened his mouth and blasphemed against the Most High.
That's blasphemy, man. I said about the Sistine Chapel, all them iconoclastic things you did.
Yep.
All right. That's blasphemy.
Have had even more serious effects on people are those biblical movies.
Yeah.
You know?
And, you know, especially Jake needs a visual, and when Esau knows that because they search and study these things. So when they see that visual, they like Moses, the prophet, Yahushua. It's all Edomites.
Yeah. What's the saying go? A picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
Right?
It says, and he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwelt in heaven.
Hey, that's it.
Yeah. Blaspheme the Most High and the angels, the Lord. That's what he did when he put himself up as the Lord, as the Messiah, as the children of the Most High. He blasphemed, man. He's the only one that did that.
The only one.
The other nations never did that, man.
There ain't no.
They didn't cover the faces of the judges. You did.
Yeah.
You know?
I ain't never seen a Chinese Jesus.
Yeah.
Right?
Never seen a Japhetic or a Pacific Islander Jesus. Never seen a
Ishmaelite, Elamite.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll try to put a little, give him a little tan.
Yeah.
Make him look kind of Arabic a little bit. You know, then they'll say, well, he was Middle Eastern, so that's kind of accurate. No,
He was what? Olive color.
Yeah, he's olive
Olive.
color.
Olives are what, dark green and
Black. When most olives, yeah.
Don't ever let them use that against you, man. Don't let them insult your intelligence with that shit.
Well, he didn't have a color, I thought.
Yeah.
That's what they tried to say.
Yeah, why does it matter? Motherfucker, it matters.
Jesus loves all.
Oh, shit. It mattered when you came over here on them boats
Yeah.
and did what you did to the tribes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you used, nigga. You came right out of them pits and just deceived the whole planet. Made the whole world believe that the heavens, the Most High, is all in white supremacy.
Because the Renaissance era was right around when Jake was going into slavery. So those same images were the images that they were feeding to Jake, putting them in the front of the Bible, you know.
First Maccabees 3 and 43. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed estate of our people, and let us fight for our people in the sanctuary. Then was the congregation gathered together, that they might be ready for battle, and that they might pray and ask mercy and compassion.
Now this goes Greeks.
Antiochus Epiphanes. Now Jerusalem lay void as a wilderness. There was none of her children that went in or out. The sanctuary also was trodden down, and aliens kept the stronghold.
Especially the Greeks, the Edomites, all right? The Idumeans. All right, the Idumean is a Greek way of saying Edom. Okay? So Antiochus Epiphanes, that was an Edomite. Ptolemy Soter, Edomite. Okay?
It says the heathen had their habitation in that place, and joy was taken from Jacob, and the pipe with the harp ceased.
Hold this one real quick.
Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Mizpah over against Jerusalem, for in Mizpah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel.
Yep.
Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
There you go, man. So the heathen actually painted themselves as the chosen people.
Yeah, the likeness of Jacob.
Yeah, that's the example of what he did in the Renaissance, man. Iconoclasm. He painted over the dark images of us that we was in power at that time. All right, took us down, and he basically painted over, making it look like himself as a so-called white man. All right. Now 1,000 years later, a lot of you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans believe that the chosen people of the Lord are so-called white people. You know? So that's what the deception that Esau's been doing for millennia.
Put that in my bag.
All right. The Bible got the truth on this man. All right. He got his history mapped down, man, to a T. All right.
Con, everything he would say, everything he would do,
Yeah.
every move that he's gonna make,
His mannerisms.
characteristics.
Yep. Got this man mapped out, man. All right. That's why it's very important, to have the truth. And that's what we're out here telling our people, the truth. We don't care how you feel about it, because whatever feelings you got, the so-called white man programmed you to have those feelings.
Yep.
All right. That's why the truth has to come through that and pierce everything, man. That's why you got to start out as a baby, man, being born again. Okay, you got something?
Yeah, it kind of related. You said he had a dream too about martial law, and that is Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. What do they mean by 10 days?
It's just a completion.
I thought 7 was completion.
Yeah, it is too.
7 and 10.
Yeah, it's completion.
Okay.
Complete number.
It's just a period of time,
Yeah.
that you're gonna be, tried.
It could be 10 days. It could be longer. We don't know, but we just know that you're going to be, some men of the Lord are going to be put into concentration camps.
That was it.
That was it.
It's Isaiah 25 and verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people.
Hey, all these people are in darkness, except the elect. Alright? Esau spread out his covering cast of lies and deception on you people.
It says, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
The veil represents his lies and his deception. Of his perceptions that what he wants you to think about. Right? That he's all knowing, that Esau wants you to think he's all knowing, that he basically got all the answers, all the scientific equations,
Explanations
of how the world was created, about dinosaurs, about planets, That's what he wants you to look toward him as all knowing, man. That's the Most High, man. All right.
Going to that word veil in the Hebrew, the word is masachak, and it basically says web, covering, veil, woven stuff, or something woven together, like a spider's web.
Yeah.
They weave together that web. Well, Esau, he webbed together a bunch of lies and covered the whole planet with it, like a big ass what's them when you got a sword and shit. No. Those the things made of cotton that you put on. Swabs. Yeah. He covered the whole earth with just swabs of lies, man.
When those women get married, when they have that thing, and then they lift it up. I think that's a veil too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Basically a covering. I believe it was who was it? I think Walter Scott. He said, "What tangled web we weave, we practice to deceive." And that's exactly what Esau, he's done.
And what is it? You mentioned that the veil covers a woman's face like a bride. And what does it cover? Your eyes. So you can't see or see the truth.
And he's the God of this world that blinded the eyes of the people. That's why they can't read this book without imagining or picturing a leprous red pedophile sitting on a throne in heaven, man. With a fagged out son, with long ass hair down his back, with blue eyes and shit, man. Got our people, that look just like the Lord, but thinking that he's the Most High, he's the image of their power, man.
Yeah.
He's the ruler of the darkness of this world.
That's why our people don't see this man going down anytime soon. They think that America's gonna bounce back. All right. That's our people they're under a strong delusion, man.
It's Nahum 3 at the top. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not.
That's the bloody cities represents America, man. Full of lies and robbery. Because how you Edomites got this place, America, man. All right, you rape, rob, and murder the so-called Native Americans, man, and the so-called Latino tribes. That's how you rob this place, man. And you covered it with lies, man. The re-educational system is full of lies, man. All right. Everything you see is a lie. All right. Everything you watch the TV full of lies. It's all trying to sell you some shit. And it's commercials.
The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling wheels and the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses.
Oh, those missiles. Those missiles that the Lord's gonna shoot on this place. All right, that glittering spear represents the missile. Okay.
And a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nation through her whoredoms.
There you go, man. Hey, example is Maxine, man. All right, that's a witchcraft. Man. Witchcraft. Those are abominations that they in that Maxine, man. All right, they pray over these the concoction of that Maxine. Man. All right, they pray over that. Man. Just like they pray over your rap songs,
Food that you eat.
Pray over that. So what you're ingesting in your body and what you're taking in your mind, it's all corrupt. It's all full of lies. It's all abominations, man. All right. It's all that's not pleasing to the Heavenly Father. His word, man. All right.
It says that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts.
Hey, that American dollar, that fiat currency, man. That's another whoredom. That's another witchcraft. All right. That America sells to the nation. All right. Having these nations think that the fiat currency, that's true money, even though it's losing its value every day. All right. Yeah.
Right. Behold, I am against thee, says the Lord of hosts.
The Lord is against you, man. All right. Babylonians, man. Edomites. The Lord is against you.
I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I'll discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I'll show thy nakedness, and I'll show thy nations thy nakedness.
Hey, discover the skirts, man. All right. Hey, when a woman she wears a dress and she pulls up her skirt, and you see everything. That's what the Lord is doing to this place, America.
Yeah.
All right. The Lord is showing how America how polluted it is. All right. Showing these other nations how America is polluted. All right. That's basically living up to the
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
This place is noisy, man. Hey, what they say, noisy?
Yep.
the noise of the chariots.
Yeah,
That's
the noise of the whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels.
yeah. I think that's going on too. That's where you was going. Go ahead.
It's 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I'll discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I'll show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame.
Hey, just like I seen a video earlier about I think it was like the Jamaican president or whatever. He said we're gonna let America and NATO take the vaccines first and see what happens. then we might give it to our people down here in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know, these other nations they're looking at this place, especially with these vaccines, man. They not trusting that shit, man. You know, they see all the side effects of people taking that shit. What happens? All right.
Yeah, you even got since this whole shutdown, the first one, these other nations like different countries in Europe, they've been getting aid, they've been getting money, you know, they've been getting stimulus, you know, monthly. Over here in the States, these people ain't get shit in 7 months.
Yeah.
And now they just now coming up with a plan to give each American $600.
Yeah, that's like pouring a bottle of water on a forest fire, man.
Yeah,
What is somebody behind on their rent gonna do with $600?
bro. You got certain countries in Europe getting 14, 16,
Yeah.
2,000 a month.
Yeah, time.
Yeah.
And y'all ain't received shit since May.
They can't. And even within those countries too, they have certain bills written up to where if somebody is behind on their rent or not able to pay it up, you know, yeah, they're excused, man, or the government will cover it. That shit ain't happening here in America, man. Hey, cause what Trump said, you know, dealing with on the news with people that's are getting evicted, that wasn't actually a bill. That's just something that he said. You know, they didn't write that up into legislation.
So America is not, you know, it's not full of streets paved with gold, and you know, it's not a good smelling place. You know, this place is polluted.
It's shit.
You know?
It's hell for the Israelites, or the hopeful elect at least.
You know? It's polluted. Right?
And this is 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I'll discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I'll show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame, and I'll cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock.
Yeah, hey, America's that golden cup in the Lord's hand, man. Full of abominations. All right, the LGBT, black women empowerment, all that madness. All right, adultery is running rampant. Pollution is running rampant. All right, we got freaking chemtrails in the skies, man. Dropping harmful chemicals, aluminum. All right, different kind of metals that tear up your immune system. You know, what else? What else is a bomb? Water's a bomb. Esau, he's trying to trade water now, man. He's trying to trade water on the Wall Street, man. All right.
Fuck.
So this place is madness, man.
You got air tax.
Yeah, air tax. You know, with the smog tax and stuff like that. You know. What else you got, man?
Defilement of the minds of the people, GMOs, niggas.
It's so many in the name, man. But this whole place is full of pollution and lies, man. All right. It's built on top of the blood of the Gadites, man. The bones of the Gadites. You know.
This coming from the book of Habakkuk. Oh, you gonna say numbers?
Yeah, I'm saying, forget what Yep.
It's Habakkuk 2. 12. It's Habakkuk 2 and 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and established a city by iniquity.
Yeah, woe to him that builds a town with blood, established a city with iniquity, by iniquity. And that's how this place was established, man. All right? He basically said, I'm gonna give you some treaties or whatever, you know, and broke every last one of those treaties, man. You know, hey, that's Esau's MO, man. You know, his mouth was smoother than butter, man. The war is in his heart. All right, if our people would have knew that, they would have basically killed this man. All right. It's a lot of women that in Gad that the Gadite men look up to these women. I forgot what you call them, queen mothers or some shit. You know, the mothers of the tribes and shit. Yeah, matriarch.
It's Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Yep. That's how that equation is gonna be closed out. So Esau spirit our blood on the soil, his blood gotta be spilled. All right, that's ultimate justice. All right, That's the justice that the Lord put out. All right, so you Edomites and you other nations, you have to go into slavery to the Israelites. All right.
Yeah, that's what you call real reparations. You know, Jake wants a big ass check, and then where everything will be cool and we can erase, our history. No, that's not the true reparations. Each Jake becoming a millionaire overnight. That's not real reparation. All right. True reparations is basically everything that was done to you and the damages that it caused. That the nation that inflicted that, they gotta suffer the same thing.
Yeah.
You gotta pay back in those damages, man.
Yeah, that's even. That's balance.
That makes it even.
That's balance right there.
That's justice. Okay? You ain't gonna just give us a check and then we just gonna be like, all right, we cool now. We friends now. We all right.
Yeah.
That check is gonna make Esau richer. Man.
Yeah.
It's gonna go back into Esau's pockets.
Hey,
Right.
Dave Chappelle did the skit.
Reparations.
Jake got reparations. What niggas do? Made a whole bunch of record labels. One nigga bought the
cigarette truck.
The truck full of cigarettes, bro.
Nigga bought a baby.
Yeah. He said just cause he could, man. He bought an Edomite baby, man. He said this ain't my baby. Like, hey, but that's real, man. They gonna give the money right back into Esau. Buy a bunch of cars, buy rims and shit. Hey, cause really, Jake only sees as far as one in Texas, bro. Niggas want Texas, man. They'll be
Georgia and Texas,
yeah.
All right.
They'll be sufficient with the state, man. Still living under the power and the hold of this devil, man. Showing you that Jake isn't kingdom-minded, man. Jake tries to build here, we're gonna build Israelite schools and do this and do that. Hey, to what avail, man?
How you gonna try to be sovereign and still be a millionaire?
Gun.
You're gonna have all this money and still you're not sovereign. You still gotta pay taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta pay property tax. You still gotta pay insurances. You still subject to payments. You're still a slave.
Yeah.
So that's why the reparations that Jake is calling for, you're not trying to get even. That's not getting even, man. Because you still is allowing for this devil to have some form of power over you.
Yeah.
You should want to get totally from under this devil's foot, man.
Yeah.
You want power. You want power over his ass, man. Not that equal bullshit, man. Not that, you rule over us or we just be equal.
Right.
Fuck that.
But let us be in charge.
Right.
Still.
Jake marching and voting just to be equal.
Looking for the black bailout.
Yeah. We want a galaxy of dominance, man.
Looking for the platinum plan and shit.
Yeah. Hey, and look who your leaders are, man. Just a bunch of lost niggas. Ice Cube.
Niggas
What's that one
butter
nigga?
biscuit boule ass niggas.
Killer Mike, man.
bought and paid for niggas, man.
I got something real quick. It's just a couple of verses. It's Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
Yeah, own land is Israel, which is the land of Israel. But ultimately, when we get to 2nd Ezra 6, you're gonna know that this whole earth was created for Israel.
And will set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
I think that the word strangers goes into Gar, which is the Israelite foreigners.
Yeah.
Right? So when the kingdom is established, it's going to be Israelites that come from different lands, and they're going to cleave to Yahweh Shai, to the government of Israel. And that's what we're going to teach them.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives.
So those other nations, they're gonna be servants and handmaids to us. All right. Yeah.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Yep. So who's oppressing us? Esau, Edom, the other nations. All right. So you're gonna be in a state of being a servant. All right, to the Israelites. You got more?
Yeah, we served you.
Yeah.
All over the world, wherever we were scattered at, man, you gained wealth from our labors. You exploited us, man. Plus Jacob is the former of all things, so a lot of the technology, a lot of the inventions that you see, Jake don't get credit for. They contributed, man.
God.
They build up your civilizations.
Yeah.
You know.
God, 'cause speaking on that, it takes money to patent an invention, man. So the inventions that Jake did make, they put them under Edomite names because Esau had the money to patent it.
Or Esau just stole it.
Yeah, or kind of just snatched it, man. Hey, because what they say, necessity is the mother of invention. Hey, when you got slaves, man, you don't need nothing because everything is being done for you. You know, Jake always trying to make their life easier, trying to make a way out of the hell. So what did we do? We created, man. We created. We made things that we needed.
Make
Ain't no Edomite make no fucking cotton gin, man.
Yeah.
His ass wasn't picking no cotton.
Or
Why
make-
he worried about it?
Make
They had like a little skit on Cartoon Network. They showed on World Star Hip Hop about the light bulb. You know?
Yeah.
Jake, I believe his name is Livingston.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Uh-huh.
He created the filaments for the light bulb. But who took credit for it? So who took credit for it?
Thomas Edison.
Because they said the one that Thomas Edison built, it kept burning out.
Hey, just watch one of these prison documentaries. You see how these Jakes survive in there? The shit they come up with
Yeah.
to cook,
To make
communicate.
what they call that shit, hooch.
Yeah, taking and making liquor and shit, man. Wine, pizza.
Jake
A
making
lot of
a
these-
living in there.
A lot of these big corporations, they use the prison labor to manufacture their goods, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Pay him 25 cents a day.
Yeah, give them basically shit.
How do you get that scripture? Jacob is the form of all things. I want to look up the word form.
You nations think that you ain't gotta pay for that, man. You rich because of us. Which really, the Lord did that to punish us. We went off. The Lord put the nations over us, man. You know?
I got that scripture, Jeremiah 10:16. The portion of Jacob is not like them, but he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. So I look up that word former, and it goes into the word Yathar. That's what it is. To form, fashion, frame, to form, fashion of creation. Okay? To frame, preordain, plan, purpose, to form, creation. All right? Basically to invent.
Yeah.
Yes, all these inventions, Jake came up with it, man.
God.
And Esau took the credit for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and I can tell you it wasn't a Solomon 5, and they made no account of his labors.
Yeah.
You know? So you generated your fortune, your empire based off of slave labor, man.
Yeah. All of it.
You know how hard this nation would fall if every Jake was taken out of Babylon. Let's say if they entertained the ability of allowing all Jakes to finally get on boats and go back to where they came from. This shit was shut down overnight.
Yeah. Shit, if
You
Jake,
ain't got no maintenance workers. You ain't got nobody working in transportation, no bus drivers, nobody operating the monorails. All right, you don't have the restaurant workers. Jake is all in the restaurants.
Jake in the field. So
Jake is in the field.
if Jake didn't go to work, if Jake didn't go to work for one day, shit, it was shut down.
The movie Cosmic Slop, bro.
Yeah.
You know, the chariots came to pick up all Jake, man.
Yep.
You know, and the nation was left without Israelites.
Yep. Now your corporations can't thrive. All your big corporations. You know, Jake take all their hard-earned money and send it right back.
Yeah.
Right into the oppressors. You know? So you nations, really, you would be nothing without us. What do you think it meant by when it says in all nations shall I see be blessed? You know? All the nations will be blessed to us. You know? So yeah, you nations, y'all got a lot to pay for. So yeah, y'all owe us big time. So when we get you in captivity, there shouldn't be no complaints.
The gates shall be open continually.
Yep. Bring it on in.
God.
Bring. Hey, yeah, that too. Bring that in here. You know,
Man, the substance.
all them gold bars. Yeah, bring that in here. All them precious metals. You know, bring that up in here. Spices. Gold.
women.
Yeah, God.
Oh yeah, we gonna get the best, man. The best select.
Fine.
The finest, man. Yeah, that too.
I thought you said the heathen nations weren't going to get new bodies.
They're not.
So how will we get with their women?
They still gonna have a vagina.
Because I asked this question before, you said, well,
What was the answer?
it was about the Jake women. If they were going to get new bodies, you said obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
But if we're different shape,
We still gonna be men, but we're gonna be just
We're gonna have
perfect. Yeah.
extraterrestrial,
Brothers is gonna be tall.
that's why I think we're 8
man,
feet tall. I don't know.
man, we're gonna be. Think of the
Gods.
Yeah.
I mean, when the earth is being set up, people's bodies are gonna change. Even the heathens, their bodies are gonna be not like us.
Okay.
But they're gonna be eating clean food, drinking clean water, so their body's gonna be,
It has to
it's
be
gonna be
refreshed.
heightened to a certain sense.
Yeah, they're gonna be healthy.
Just the whole earth is gonna be heightened.
That's gonna be because the earth is gonna be well kept under a new management.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be better. So that means the quality is gonna be different. You know? You see, the quality of our food is why the conditions of the people is down. Everybody's fat, out of shape, overweight, no strength, no wind. You know what I'm saying? When we go back to eating right, we ain't got to worry about that. Everybody's gonna have their strength. The earth, the morning can fade away because of the inhabitants that rule the planet right now. You know? They're not really concerned with the conditions of the earth. They just care about their monetary wealth and resources that they're extracting from the earth.
Yeah, come.
They don't care how much they abuse the earth as long as they got everything in their possession.
They're living good.
Yeah, they live in art because they got the best of the
Yeah,
best.
they eating healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna have concubines.
Oh, that's for sure. You know, we know a lot of Israelites don't like that, but hey,
That's
we're gonna be kings, man.
Bro.
I'd be damned if I'm a king and somebody's telling me who I'm put my royal rod into. You know,
Hey, are not women a spoil of war?
that's what I was gonna say.
You know?
that's in our law.
Hey,
Deuteronomy was that the 20th or 21st chapter? That's in our law,
When
man.
we take down these nations, we're gonna be grabbing their women at the same time.
I got you.
You don't think King David was doing that when him and Joab went to get that account? First Kings, I think the 11th chapter. Him and Joab, they went right into Mount Seir and start slaying all the men. It didn't say they were slaying men, women, children, cattle. You know, like the instruction that the Lord gave Saul. They didn't do that. They went after those men.
Yep.
You know? Find that for me. I think it's in Kings 11. And then also find that in the law, Deuteronomy 21. When we go to war with our enemies.
Yeah.
Get First Kings first.
It's in 11 and
First Kings 11 or like maybe 12 maybe. We should talk about David and Joab. Or is it Second Kings 11?
First Kings 11 is talking about.
Oh, Solomon, right? I think it is in that same chapter.
Oh yeah, why them brothers getting the scriptures? You know what? You know, when we get these new bodies, you know, we're gonna go around to these other nations and start grabbing them up, put them into slavery, and we're gonna take the finest of their women. Okay. You know, they're gonna be our concubines. Said Isaiah 14, they're gonna be servants and handmaids. So our concubines gonna be servants and handmaids, man.
Seems like there's a lot in Isaiah. The book of Isaiah.
Yeah.
Verse 14. You can start up maybe like a few verses.
So 1 Kings 11,
Yeah,
start up at like what, 12?
yeah. The point is in 15 and 16.
So 1 Kings chapter 11 and verse 12. Notwithstanding, in thy days I will not do it for David thy father's sake, but I will rend it out of the hand of thy son. Howbeit, I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe to thy son for David my servant's sake. And for
That's when he was about to basically make the split. We were going to give the kingdom of Judah to Rehoboam. He already had given the rest of the tribes, the northern kingdom, to Jeroboam. Right? Okay.
But I will not, but will give one tribe to thy son for David my servant's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen. And the Lord stirred up in
You know, for 6 months just to kill him. You know he was walking right through them devils, man.
Bro, he had a hatred.
Hell, he had a perfect
He
hatred.
had a perfect hatred for Esau.
Hell yeah, man.
Because of the 6. Because of the 6.
No, just saying because he's stationary. He's
Oh,
stationary.
okay.
For 6 months did Joab remain there with all Israel, until he had cut off every male in Edom.
Every male in Edom. So they was taking out the men, because you know the men, you know, those are the warriors of the nation. They're the you can expect resistance from the men. Women, you know, they're spoils of war. They're not gonna really fight unless you train them. All right. And as far as you know, our custom, our women really wasn't trained to be warriors. There were women that were, you know, that were dainty. They was in a home, in a house. Men went out to war. And it was like that in the ancient world. So when they went out there, when they went to the land of Edom, they went over there and they just was cutting off the men. You know, cutting necks, cutting heads off, lopping heads off, chopping arms off, legs. You know, putting the sword through their rib, through their gut. You know? They got real bloody, man. You better believe when the women saw that, they was in fear. You know, they was helpless. So you better believe David and his men, they was taking them.
I got a scripture right here.
Yeah, they was taking some snow bunnies, man. You better believe they just like how you see them built today. But everything was righteous under David and Solomon, the quality, the food quality and everything. So you better believe the women was in shit. So you already know David was peeping them out like, yeah, gets him. But get that in Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy 21, I'm starting at 10. When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, and the Lord thy power hath delivered them into thine hands, and thou hast taken them captive, and seest among the captives a beautiful woman.
Right, because going back to what it said in Isaiah 14, we're going to take them captive, the captives we were.
Yep.
So you better believe we're going to take these other nations' women as spoils, man. That's just that just comes with being a king, man. You know, you ain't finna tell the king again. That's what he want. That's what he want. He has that sovereignty. He has that right. You know.
And these women from these other nations, they ain't gonna be throwing a fit.
Oh hell no.
They gonna love it. Yeah.
Hey, just like these other nations, women, even our own women, when it come to Esau, Esau got the power. So you see how they throw themselves at Esau?
Yeah,
They take that as a huge win when they get with that devil, man.
yeah, kind. Because Apostle Gabar, he went into it that women love power, man.
Yeah.
You know, they are, power is just what turns women on, man.
Yep.
So us being in our full glory under and being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, hey, women gonna dream about us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. They gonna desire us. They gonna lust
Right.
after us, man. You know?
Even in the world, you see a fat, black, greasy nigga, and he with a badass woman, because he got some sort of power or some kind of wealth. You know, that's how women. They at the end of the day, these women are so weak. They don't even care what you look like no more.
Just how like these women of the world, they lust after these athletes,
Yeah.
these rappers,
Entertainers and shit.
Yeah.
and these niggas are it's demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're demons. Imagine how much more when the righteous are in authority.
Yeah.
When we get these new bodies.
Hey,
He's got this nigga Lil Baby. These names, it's just they get more and more lamer.
You know how many? You know how many niggas you see?
Baby. But you got Lil Baby. You know they always, you know, whenever these rappers get caught messing around
Yeah,
and shit,
kind.
it always ends up in the tabloids and it goes viral on social media. This nigga, he has a little chick, you know, that a lot of dudes is, you know, would like to would get with, but she with this clown, and he just popping all type of porn stars and all type of shit.
Who, Lil Baby?
Yeah, you know, he's popping all these porn star chicks, and she know about it. You better believe if that nigga wasn't who he is, if he wasn't a rapper, if he was just a regular nigga working at the gas station or bagging bags at the grocery store, they wouldn't give that nigga the time of day, you know? But it's because of his status and what he got, you know, they're willing to put up with a nigga like that.
Fine. And even low down dirty Jake that's in the hood. And the scriptures say he who was honored among poverty, how much more riches. And Jake now, hey, all nations of women want Jake now. So imagine when Jake get that when we get back to that first estate, the new glorious bodies, hey, the rank that comes with being a member of the elect, it's over, bro.
Everything's just gonna flow onto us.
Yeah.
Because our image is gonna, the world's perception of our image is gonna change. The quintessential Negro is not gonna be seen as what you see him as today.
Yeah.
Curses.
You You know, a dreadhead, tatted up nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dressed like Migos,
Yeah.
with a wad or a bunch of stacks and bands in his hand, counting money. You know
Because
what I'm saying? That's the prototype nigga in 2021.
Con, when you go into other countries, hey, they only see Jake off of Millstone TV.
yeah, I was thinking the same
You
thing.
know, so if they see niggas like
Lil Baby.
the baby, you know, that's the image that they see from Jake.
Yeah.
That's why when they get over there, oh, can I touch your hair? All that, because those are the images that they get.
Or
They
they-
only see entertainers.
Or they perceive you to, all Jake to be a rapper
Yeah.
or some type of athlete.
That's it. That's it.
That's what we are viewed to the nations as.
As-
drug
They don't
Or-
see-
or nigga- or yeah.
They don't see us as like intellectuals
Con.
and inventors and stuff like
Yeah.
that. They don't see us. They don't see the men of Israel.
Yeah. They see us as just, hey, really, just court jesters, entertainers, man. Because that's what a jester is. They entertain the king.
Or gang members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thugs. You know, that's what they see when they look at us.
That thug image, man.
All scoring their society.
Like I said, that image is gonna be long gone. All right, the new Jerusalem, the new upgraded Jerusalem, which is the elect. That's what's gonna shine into the world. That's gonna be the image or standard of men. All right, we're gonna have the true standard of beauty on the earth. Okay. So to talk about how we're gonna have a glow. We're gonna be in glory. Okay. We're gonna be sitting on thrones.
Let's say, wisdom maketh the man's face to shine.
Yep.
Hey, we're gonna be complete within wisdom. So, hey, we're literally gonna have a glow. Hey, the city is gonna have a glow, and we're gonna have a glow as well. Hey, like when you watch, I'm not sure if you ever seen, what's the Last Dragon with Bruce Leroy? He had that glow.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna have that glow, but it's gonna be way much more brighter, man. Hey, watch shows like Dragon Ball Z. You know, when they go into that Super Saiyan mode and they get that energy around them, that's a
Yeah.
glow. Hey, that's how we're gonna be. But it's gonna be way more better, man.
So our spirit is gonna be turned up. So we gotta have bodies to contain that.
God,
Yep.
bro. Yeah.
It talks about in Corinthians how you got the glory of the terrestrial, the glory of the celestial.
Celestial.
There's 1 Corinthians 15 and 39. All flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men, another of beasts, another flesh of beasts, another of fishes, and another of birds. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial. But the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another.
Yep. That's hey man, our glory is gonna be shifted. You know, 'cause right now we really don't have glory, man. You know, the only thing we glorifying is this word.
Con.
All right, our glory was reduced.
Yeah.
We lost our stature, our might.
Yeah.
We lost our women.
Heritage.
Our women is pursuant to 1 Corinthians 11. Our women is supposed to be our glory. You know, but look at our women. That lets you know we don't have glory, man. Look at her. You know, she chasing after the Edomite. She has no respect for you. You know? Even dudes like Kev Samuels, on his show, you know, he's starting to build a name for himself. And you know, he has a certain status and whatnot. He's what he call a high value man, so to speak, according to the standards of this world. But even with that, you see how women talk to him and treat him.
He still gets no respect.
He still don't get any respect at all.
Yeah.
They did that to Ice Cube.
Yeah.
You know, he went on the panel. You know, number of women. Vivica
Cocktails
Fox.
with queens.
Yeah, Vivica Fox and what was the other chicks?
Lisa Ray.
Lisa Ray. You know, some other chick.
Just
And they was downplaying the man.
Yeah. And they all ran through and polluted, man.
Looking at him like he wasn't shit. Yeah, he's worth at least 200, 300 million
Yeah, he's worth more than them hoes.
All of them, probably.
combined.
Yeah.
Put together 10 times over. And they still look down upon you. You know?
Hey, when going back into the curses, the eye shall be evil towards the father of the womb, or the something like that, the bosom.
Yeah, that's like, I want to say in the 40s maybe.
So these women, they
30s.
respect power, man. They respect power. You know?
Yeah, current. He's 56, 28
We didn't even
books.
finish Deuteronomy 21 though.
Oh yeah, I'll go back to that right now. It's back in Deuteronomy 21 and 11. And seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and has a desire. I gotta start back in 10. When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, and the Lord thy power have delivered them into thine hands, and thou hast taken them captive, and seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and hast a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife, then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails. And she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in thy house and bewail her father and her mother for a full month. And after that thou shalt go in unto her,
Have sex with her.
and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife.
Husband means a seed planter, man. And so put that seed up in her. And what's gonna happen? You're gonna get pregnant. She's gonna birth an Israelite baby.
You got a question?
And it shall be, if thou have no delight in her, then thou shalt let her go whither she will, but thou shalt not sell her at all for money. Thou shalt not make merchandise of her, because thou hast humbled her.
Is that because you shaved her head?
Huh?
Is that because you shaved her head she was humbled? Why?
No,
No.
that represents a state of mourning. You know?
Okay, because didn't they do that in France after World War II? I heard the women traded on when they shaved on their head.
But that humbles her because her hair is supposed to be is her glory.
That was
So hey, you gonna have some women with that G.I. Jane cut, you know? But they gonna grow it right back out.
They grow back quick.
They'll grow right back, you know. Give them some little time.
See, even women that got that, you know, that Halle Berry, you know,
Yeah.
good. Halle Berry shortcut.
But that's just all part of, you know, being a king. That's what comes with that. You know, you're gonna have spoils of war. Our women, they're spoils of war for Esau. He freaks off on him. He does what he wants.
Yeah. He got the best of the best
Yeah.
of our women. You know?
Yeah, man. But hey, when we get the kingdom, pursuing the Deuteronomy 30, the curse is gonna be on his ass, and his woman gonna hate him. And you see how she's already lustful at us now in our low esteem. How much more will we employ? But it ain't gonna be just the Edomite woman. We're gonna have all the women with them.
Kush.
A lot of these nations, they look down on us now because we're at the bottom, you know? We're subject. We're considered, you know, peasants, man. You know? We were led captive into all nations. And so when the men of these nations see their women dealing with us, they're like, man, how you dealing with, where your standards at? You know? Why are you dealing with that, man? They'll get disgusted and disown their daughters for dealing with us.
Disown
You
them.
got to get with a man of power. So they don't say a damn word. They happy when Esau, when they bring an Edomite and he wants to meet the family and he thinking about marrying their daughter, they just hit the
Like
jackpot.
motherfucker just graduated from a university. and
Hell
shit.
yeah. The whole family finna come out to
Damn.
celebrate. You know? That's because he's in power. He's the ruler. But just imagine when the roles switch. You know?
And in the kingdom, man, ain't no Israelite woman gonna be given into no
Oh
Edom.
hell no, that's against law.
The Edomites, they're gonna return to their lowest state, where it's
Yeah,
just at
basement,
the bottom, man.
Yeah.
Like that caveman shit, man. I have some.
All right, this is Micah chapter 4 and verse 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now thou shalt go forth out of the city.
You're gonna be built like that. Look at that size and shit. That's how we gonna have it built. Hey, and guess what? 'Cause our women, they're not in their right mind right now. They got an issue with what we're saying. In the kingdom, their mind's gonna be different. They're gonna know what we like, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, I saw this Moabite woman. I think that's what you like. Wanda, I can get her for you. I don't want, my Lord. I think she's something that you would desire, Lord. Yeah, well, hey, bring her to me. Let me see it. Yeah, man. We gonna live it up, man. Jake wanna stay right here in this bullshit, man.
And then he said, we're gonna live it up. We're gonna live it up forever.
Come on, man.
Jake is cool with being in Babylon arguing with his baby mama, man.
Yeah.
Or having a baby mama.
Yeah, kind. Hey, that's a byword. That's a byword here in captivity, man. Being labeled or called a baby daddy, baby mama, because hey, really, that shouldn't be going on in our nation, man. Because there shouldn't be any separations.
Yeah, that basically just means that all your babies are being born just out of lust.
Yeah, kind.
Out of moments.
Yeah.
You know?
Kind.
Well, that's just my baby father, or that's just my baby mama. Damn, so y'all didn't even plan this. Y'all didn't even plan it. It just happened. In the ancient world, we didn't do that, man. All right? The women, they look forward to being mothers.
Kind. Hey, women were sorrowful if they couldn't bring forth a child, man.
Oh,
Look at,
that's impressive.
Kind.
Look at lots of wicked ass daughters.
Right. Yeah, man. In the kingdom, we're gonna have. It tells you that. Was that Job, the 5th chapter? It talks about how our offspring shall be as the grass of the field, or something like that. Was that Isaiah 60? A little one shall become a nation, or something like that. Which that's proof that we're gonna still be multiplying. We're still gonna be procreating in the kingdom.
Like these women, they go get plastic surgery to enhance their voluptuousness of their breasts and ass. We're gonna be able to do that with spiritual power in the kingdom. That's in Songs of Solomon 8 and 8.
So what is it?
Song of Solomon 8 and 8. We're gonna have that spiritual power to basically shape what our desire is, what we find attractive.
Like in Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, Bruce Almighty. Yep.
He made her boobs, her breasts grow. Yeah, man. They ain't gonna have to do no damn plastic surgery and shit, man. Silicone injections and
Butt shot, ass shots.
Fill your butt lips and shit, man.
Stupid hoes be dying from that shit.
Yeah, that's what they get.
There ain't gonna be no Dr. 90210 up in there.
Right. But in the kingdom, they ain't gonna have to, because they gonna eat the best foods. You know. Right now, what's their diet? Gluttons, sugar, shrimp, pork,
Lobster.
lobster.
Seafood boils and shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. McFlurries and shit.
And that goes along with Isaiah the 3rd chapter, man. You know, show you how far down our women fell, man. They lost their beauty. You know, you still got some of them that are bad, but they far and few.
Yeah, kind. And even with the looks, those bitches are still rotten within, man.
Oh man, they're terrible.
Some of the finest women got the worst spirits, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Low self-esteem.
Yep. No morals.
Yeah,
I wanted to get a point here. This is back in Micah chapter 4. And I'll continue in verse 10. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered. The Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies. Now also many nations are gathered against thee. They say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. But they know not the thoughts of the Lord, neither understand they his counsel. For he shall gather them as the sheep into the floor. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thine hooves brass, and there shall be in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gate unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth.
Yep. And that's gonna be the translation of the kingdom.
Yeah.
Where everything's gonna be translated to us. Okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna take the cattle. We're gonna take the minerals, the precious stones, the gold, the silver, the best wines. You know. It also includes some your women. If they attractive enough, we gonna get them too.
They going.
You know what I'm saying?
Coming with us.
Yeah, man. That's just how it's gonna be. That's a kingdom.
Yep.
All right. We're gonna have servants, slaves. A kingdom will be incomplete without slaves.
Somebody gotta do the labor,
Man,
right?
man. Hey, Jake like to drink, man. So we're gonna need plenty of wine pressers.
Yeah.
Stump on them grapes for us, man. So that white brother's over. You feel bad because you ain't got no yada, you know, wanna fill a brother cup up like, hey brother, you know.
I don't think I want no Edomite stepping on my grapes, man. Dirty motherfuckers.
Nah, they're gonna be doing harsh labor.
Yeah. That's
They're
something.
gonna be doing that other kind of labor.
They gonna pay for the gold.
Not no house.
They're gonna
No.
be doing that back-breaking labor.
Yeah.
Breaking
Yeah.
rocks.
You know?
Man, you gotta get the gold out, man. So
Yeah, they're gonna be
you gotta do the excavation.
like the women of these other nations. They're gonna be handmaids. Hey, Jake still back something. He still back something, bro.
Finally,
Gotta see my woman,
I know. Finally got him something up in that raggedy ass
He back
mustache.
something.
Jake need a chariot.
But these,
That's some bullshit.
yeah. But these women from these other nations, they're gonna be handmaids. You know, they're gonna be in our palaces doing work,
Yep.
while the men are out in the fields, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's have somebody in the field. You know, you gotta have somebody in the house. You know, preparing the dinner, making a table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Busting the studs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Gotta do all
Preparing the food.
that. Yeah.
You know.
We're gonna have overseers, making sure everything's going down the right way.
Yeah.
You know?
Kind.
They going to sleep in pleasure, waking up in pleasure.
Yeah.
know what that means.
Uncle Esau's.
There's gonna be a total rulership. There's gonna be no limit to our rulership, man. It's gonna be in righteousness.
Yeah, the Lord said whatever your heart desires, man. I think that's in Psalms 21st chapter. He'll give us our heart's desire, man, if we do what we're supposed to do unto the end, man.
And this Sirach 10 and 30. The poor man is honored for his skill, and the rich man is honored for his riches. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? And he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty? And so that goes for what us, being honored in poverty. Hey, how much more in riches? Once we get that glow, once we get the new bodies, hey, once we get the kingdom, once we get the rank, and then it says what? It says and he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty, man? Hey, cause Esau, hey, all these nations still hate Esau, man. Even though he has the power, the rank on this side, he's still a dishonorable man. So how much more when he becomes in poverty, man? It's gonna be worse than that base estate, man.
Yeah.
Because we're still gonna have the memories of him ruling, man.
Okay, say all you brothers get lifted up. I don't make it, I get reincarnated through you. I don't remember Babylon, but you guys.
You're not supposed to say that, bro.
Like,
Yeah.
bad example.
Yeah. We always say,
You gotta have faith that you are gonna.
Hey, that's why I'm here. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make
don't,
sure.
Don't let that demon come in.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
that's what we say, hopefully elect.
They'll
Gotcha.
remember, because the scriptures say they're gonna wake up to that everlasting shame. So they're gonna remember, that they weren't faithful on this side.
Okay.
Hey, because those that do make it, Lord willing, we all of our elect. Then hey, we won't have that shame. We'll wake up with.
Shalom, bro. Yeah, about
Hey,
shalom.
we'll have that glory. That glory to keep that rank. In Sirach 10 and 30, the poor man is honored for his skill, and the rich man is honored for his riches. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? And he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty?
You see how Esau is while he's rich. He still don't know the He tries to be royal, but he always shows himself as a peasant with just too much power.
Yeah.
He doesn't really know how to live and really know how to rule like that, man. He's just real greedy.
Covetous.
Yeah.
Covetous.
He's dishonorable with his riches. The wealth gap is uneven. The people are in worse conditions. You have the wealth to take care of everything.
Yeah.
And still be rich.
And still be on top. He's dishonorable. He's that dishonorable seed, man. But when the Lord magnified his men and raised them up, the whole earth is going to turn into paradise.
Yeah.
All the nations are going to respect us, man.
All the nations are gonna enjoy the earth. Except Esau.
10-2 or 10-3.
Yeah, he doesn't really. Esau doesn't deserve any of the highlights, the qualities of the earth. He doesn't deserve anything. We gonna give him the worst. We gonna give him the worst of the best. He fucked the whole planet up, man.
Sirach 10 at the top. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
The Lord's gonna put the people that will pocket the earth. He's gonna put them in power. He's gonna make them the rules, man. And that's when things on the earth is gonna be turned right side up. Okay? Everything gonna be turned right side up. We're not gonna be abusing the earth like Esau did. We're gonna keep the land Sabbath. You know?
Yeah. We want to let the trees grow.
Yeah.
You know.
We're not gonna be doing deforestation. We know that we need trees in order to get that oxygen.
Spraying chemtrails.
Yeah.
Chariots spraying the chemtrails.
Dumping trash and oil in the oceans.
Yeah.
Plastic.
Yeah.
Just pollutants in general, man. It's not gonna be no pollutants. Everything is gonna be in its perfect order.
Yeah.
You know, all creatures that eat trash, they're gonna continue to eat trash. They're not just gonna be killed for meat, man. Like here in this kingdom, like pigs, they're killed for their meat. Shrimp, crab, lobster, they're killed for their meats.
But like
theirs are gonna continue to fulfill their purpose upon earth.
like the disposal of trash. Esau has a wicked system how they get rid of it. They throw it in the ocean, throw it into space.
Yep.
We're gonna have a righteous way to deal with waste.
Esau just want to pile it up all in one place and turn that shit into an island of trash.
Yeah. Or bury it or some shit.
Yeah. It's all messed up, man. So the nations, they're gonna appreciate what we get in power. Right? That's when the earth is gonna be refreshed. All of Esau is out radiation.
Yeah.
That shit's gonna be gone, man. Cell towers, radio towers, these nuclear plants.
Oil refineries, all that shit that send pollutants in the atmosphere.
Manipulating the clouds to, rain and snow and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Right.
All that's gonna be done away with.
That was it.
That was That's right.
Revelation 2:25. But they which ye have already hold fast till I come. And this faith, this truth that we have. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken into shivers, even as I received of my Father. And I will give him the morning star. All right. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches.
You got a question?
What is the morning star?
That's rulership, power.
Wisdom.
Lucifer means power.
The
Light
morning
bearer.
star is equivalent to Lucifer, light bearer.
Okay.
Power.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's okay.
Illuminator on the right hand
So I was
side.
thinking, I looked it up and said Lucifer. I was thinking devil type.
No.
Okay.
Lucifer don't mean devil. This means
Really?
light bearer.
Yeah.
The book of Luke. Luke means light bearer.
Really?
Lucifer, yes.
It's the same word in Isaiah 14. That's a precept to the light bearer.
Yeah, Lucifer in this world is the elites. The
Yeah.
elite bankers. They're the Luciferians of this world. But we're also Luciferians on the right hand side.
Of light.
Got this wisdom
Israelite
right here.
without wisdom.
That's your light right here.
Lord about positive and negative, good and evil, the balance.
Well, I got something. Real quick, there's a Baruch.
You guys know the liquor store's at?
Who?
You guys know the liquor store's at?
No.
7-Eleven, that's all you know.
They don't sell it in there.
All right, well,
I don't know.
have a good
We can't help
day,
you.
man.
There's some liquor around there, man.
Okay, so you
Just
know
walk
where?
Hey, man.
Just walk straight. You'll find some liquor. It's Las Vegas, man.
Well, I'm bad with directions.
Well, you better look for. You got GPS on your phone?
Yeah, but I'm a
Well,
phone.
that ain't our problem, man.
Heart attack now, right there.
So go straight.
Yeah, take a right
just
where
go
you see
straight.
that.
You'll find something.
Look at something.
Yep.
Still got Bibles out and shit.
All right, this is Baruch 4, at verse 2. It says, "Turn thee, O Jacob, and take heed of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated." You know, meaning you'll have the light, man. This is our light right here. The word. You know what I'm saying? And right now, the light of this world is actually darkness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In this world, you shame somebody for being overweight. Now you're being.
Too far into it. Too far into it.
We know that.
Hey, my man, you're not welcome here, bro.
Hey, back up, man. Back up.
Can you leave us be?
Close.
Yeah, back up. Back up.
Back up from where? I'm going this
Leave
way.
us be, sir.
Go then.
Sir, walk.
You said back up.
Sir.
I'm going backwards. Quite a
Yeah.
bit.
Well, back
Keep going.
back up into that street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Keep going.
Is it so?
Man, don't pay him, man.
Run his ass over.
What are you guys saying?
Yeah, so it's light. This is the illumination.
I was making because Satan was trying to interrupt. But basically, the light of this world is really darkness. That's why everything that society pushes is enticement to sin, to go against the ways of your maker.
Hey, bro, watch
When
your
we go
back.
against the ways of our maker, we fall into condemnation. The wages of sin is death. So that's what
Dude,
it is.
walk down the street, man.
Esau trying to get his issue.
Yeah.
he better walk up the street. He better go.
Yeah, you better go before this camp closes.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. Yep.
It's John 3:19. It says, "And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither come to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth
That's our people that want to stay in wickedness. Try to reprove our people to eat, according to that dietary law, and they try to find scriptures to justify eating against the dietary law. These Christians, they do it every time. Because they rather stay in the dark than come into the light. We got ceremonial laws. We got moral laws, civil laws. We got laws against being a homosexual or lesbian or transgender. But in this world, that's considered progressive. And social justice warriors will be on your neck if you denounce that lifestyle.
Yeah.
So in some places, you'll be even fined.
Shit, I know, like New York.
Yeah.
If you call someone other than what they deem themselves, that's like a hefty ass fine.
You got what they call it, that discrimination shit at your job. Somebody feel discriminated against, they can go to the supervisor or the manager and say, "Oh yeah, he called me a faggot," or
Or he said,
I refer to myself as a she, but he called me a he. He go and tell that to the manager. The manager like, "Well, you got to go to HR." And now you're gonna either get written up or possibly let go.
Yeah.
but
That's this world. Because light is really darkness. And darkness is the light.
Yeah, because being a homosexual, there's no productivity in it. Because the law said be fruitful and multiply. So Esau, his whole MO is death and hell.
yeah.
So being a homosexual, that actually equals death. Because you're not producing that. You're not producing life. So it's the opposite of life, death.
Homosexuality, that's self-eugenics. You know, you putting a end to your own lineage. You rather put your seed not in a woman.
Yeah.
Come on, man. So we're gonna have that the true light. That's what's gonna shine in the world to come, and all the nations are gonna have to. They're gonna flow to that, man. We're gonna be a light unto the other nations, man. And they're gonna learn our ways, and everything is gonna go back to its rightful order.
That's right.
You know, and this is gonna be the actual standard. Okay.
Sodomy here in America, what is, because we're here in Las Vegas, Sin City itself, couldn't here where we at, Sin City, be like the capital of Sodom and Gomorrah more so? Because you see all this wickedness pertaining to the Gomorrites and the Sodomites, the so-called homosexuals.
That's all over Babylon. That's in all major cities.
All over Babylon.
The scriptures say that they declare their sin in Sodom. Hey, it's been legalized everywhere. Hey, America is like the encapsulation of Sodom as well. Sodom and Gomorrah as well as Rome, as well as Nineveh, as well as the rest of these past captivities as well.
Yeah.
America is just one and the same. You know, it embodies, you know, Sodom and Gomorrah. Because hey, to be a straight man in Babylon is looked down upon. You know, because what these homosexuals, these well, what Apostle call them, moles. These moles, they get more rights than you. You know. That's just the way it is here. And that's why the brother quoted Isaiah 5:20. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil. That's exactly what's done here, man.
That's gonna be different, man. It's gonna be the total opposite of the kingdom. You know, we ain't gonna have all this sympathy. You're not gonna be giving them all type of rewards and shit for their own sex. Because, but come on, man, sexuality, really? That's something to applaud and to give praise to. Because you got vile affection. That's supposed to be rewarded, man. No, in the kingdom, that shit is gonna be put out, man. You know?
What's that dude, Caitlyn Jenner?
Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner put that dude on a cover of Vanity Fair.
Yeah.
What was the title of it?
Woman of the Year.
Yeah, Woman of the Year.
All the women should have been mad, really.
They gave him some kind of sports award at the ESPYs.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like they applaud this shit here, man. Look at freaks, man.
Man, woman of the year. Hey, but you ain't hear no backlash from women. Cause they down with this shit, man. Hey, just like Lot's wife. She was down with it, man.
And it goes back to Nahum. The Lord's going to show the nations Babylon's wickedness.
Yeah.
And what scripture do I find? Lot.
Lot's wife.
Or Lot. I've heard them before.
It's in Genesis.
Genesis 18, 19.
I got a precept.
It's in the New
Isaiah
Testament.
1:9. Except the Lord of hosts had left to us a very small remnant,
God bless.
we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Hear the word of the Lord, ye rulers of Sodom. Give ear unto the law of our power. Yet, ye people of Gomorrah, to what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me, saith the Lord? I am full of burnt offerings of rams and fat of fed beasts, and I delight not in the blood of bullocks, or of lambs, or of he-goats. When ye come to appear before me, who have required that at your hand to tread my courts, bring no more vain oblations. Incense is abominations unto me. Bring no more vain oblations, incense, and abominations unto me. The new moons and Sabbath, the calling of assemblies, I cannot away with. It is iniquity, even the solemn meeting.
The Lord just got sick and tired of Jake, man.
Yeah.
You know? Jake was full of shit while they were still trying to act like they were righteous, keeping the high holy days, but
Sound like the Christian church to me.
yeah, but they were being real hypocritical. They had wickedness in their heart. You know, premeditated sins. You know, when they sacrificed ready to milk. So the Lord was like, nah, man, I'm not accepting this shit.
Yeah, there was the wicked ass the wicked ass Levites was getting paid off.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
the priests.
Go ahead.
Your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hateth. They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them. And when ye spread forth your hands, I will hide mine eyes from you. Yeah, when ye make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood.
I wonder why the Lord constantly keeps his back turned to them. You know, because they refuse to acknowledge their offenses.
Yep.
The Lord said he left a small remnant. You know?
He left that remnant that will return to him, man. You know, and no longer stay upon him that smoked it. If the Lord didn't create that remnant, we all be done. We can finish out with another last scripture. We can close it out.
This is Isaiah 65 and 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for their troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto their number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. I can this 14.
Yeah, that just makes a separation. This is what the elect are going to receive. This is their reward for being obedient. And this is going to be a reward for those who refuse to come back to their heritage and be obedient to the Most High. Still continue in their wicked ways.
Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of her, but ye shall cry for sorrow of her, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, the wicked 2/3 gonna howl for vexation of spirit. Yeah. You be in pain.
There's a scripture that pertains to that one and said they shall seek death and not find it. The Lord's gonna preserve everything that all not even just pertains to word or famine for 2/3, but like how there's gonna be food out here that the Lord's gonna preserve for his elect and the men that put it in the work. Likewise, the elders apostles read Millstone that real well, man.
Yeah. The Lord's gonna look out for his men. Alright? Brothers don't eat, you know, you're gonna worry about starving, man. You know you did the right thing. Hey. The Lord is not unrighteous to forget your works, your labor of love.
What you just asked, I read that too in Revelations. What is that pertaining to when they say you won't be able to die? You'll seek out death, but you can't.
Easy. The Lord's gonna give you to your worst fears. And that's why the Lord said, fear not him that can only kill the body, but rather fear him that can destroy both your body and soul in hell. And really, that doesn't necessarily mean, you know, the Lord's gonna put you in a place called hell somewhere. No, that's talking about you could be alive in the flesh, but the Lord can keep you alive to torment you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
worse than death itself.
It's like you trying to like shoot, you know, get a gun and blow your brains out or something, or run in front of a car. The Spirit of the Lord is not going to allow you to do that. He's going to keep you wherever you are to make you deal with that, to suffer pretty much.
Read Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter.
Yeah.
What the Lord did to the Egyptians.
Yeah.
That's an example of it.
There was one that died when they was getting played.
Kind.
The Lord kept them alive and was tormenting the shit out of them.
Kind.
And some of them, they ended up dying of fear.
Kind.
You know?
Heart attacks.
Yep. You know, and that's, hey, it's gonna be crazy, man. Cause Jake, you know, they're still puffed up with pride. You know, it was a dream that I had last night. You know, it was brutal. You know, it was an invasion going on. It was a big ass college campus. Jake was in there partying. You know, Jake was there making out and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, you got drones and helicopters with mounted weapons chopping down the building. You know? People dying left and right. That shows you what state Jake is gonna be in when this goes down. Jake ain't, they're not ready, man. It's gonna get real bad for him.
The two guys in white represent Yahweh.
No, angels.
Oh, I thought it was Yahweh. Okay.
Angels, man. You know, and cause was it when they went to I think it was in Acts the 1st chapter, where they went to go see Yahweh Shai, and they saw two men wearing linen.
Yeah.
They was gazing up and they said
why
to
gaze?
Him, why ye stand us up gazing?
Yeah.
You know.
He gonna come. The Son of Man is gonna come in a like manner or something. Yeah.
I think it was two men. You know.
Yeah, I got
Those were angels.
It's Acts 1 and 10. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel.
White apparel. Angels, man.
Which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? The same Yahweh Shai which is taken up from you into heaven shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven.
That's plain. Hey, the dream.
At a time like this.
At a time like this, man.
That's heavy, bro.
It's just confirmation that the Lord's gonna protect his elect, but 2/3 are gonna get fucked up out here. They're gonna be totally wiped, destroyed.
And that divide is being made even more straightly, more seen, you know? The vessels of honor and those unto dishonor, the Lord is making that separation clear. You know, you want to make sure you're doing everything in your power, you know, to please Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Hey, because all hell can break loose anytime. Hey, this year is almost over. You know? This year, hey, the food, the unemployment gets cut the 26th. The so-called inauguration is the 20th.
Yeah.
Hey, and Esau's is vaccinating or vaccinating everybody up, man. So
Trump trying to call for martial law.
Yeah. So everything's about to
it's building up, man. This thing is about to build up. All right. So hey, we gonna be you know, Lord will be those men. We're gonna be guided and protected.
Which one is it?
We'll just continue to do what you're supposed to do. All right. So anyway, we're gonna close out. We're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash.
Shalom to the elder apostles. Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. We'll say Shalom.
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 Nah, it's good to see you, bro.
Revelation.